Alright, excuse the UPS beeping. I'm draining the battery down a little bit so it can charge all the way up because we have a winter storm coming in, so it's unplugged. Just wanted to do a quick, demo of how I'm getting the Starlink router from upstairs, getting internet down into the basement with the Starlink router, how I'm getting it down here wirelessly and getting it into the ATA, and how the new ATA is set up and how it's coming in the panel, all that. I haven't really done a dedicated dialer video before. So, how it all works is we have Starlink upstairs. Previously, this was running actually on a hotspot from our school, and it sucked, and it went out a lot, and it went into dialer fault a lot. My dad hated me, and he wanted to kill me, and he wanted to break everything. So we got Starlink, and, well, no issues. Never gone out yet. So, this is the UPS, this is the power. It plugs into this surge protector here, which protects the UPS a little bit, but the UPS is also a surge protector, which is a battery backup if you don't know, uninterruptible power supply. So really everything on this is like very well surge protected. There's a possibility our home has a whole house protector too. So the Starlink router upstairs is connected into this Wi-Fi extender because I'm not running Ethernet down here because I kind of can't. My parents probably won't let me. So this TP-Link Wi-Fi extender, just basic 2.45G extender. It works great, actually. Has an Ethernet port on it. And even back in the day when I had my access control system, which I'll do a dedicated video on that, and I lived in South Carolina when I was like 8, this is the same way, just a different access point, same way I got Ethernet to it. This is a cable that I made, actually. This is a Cat 6 cable. A little bit of, kind of like a patch cable. It's a little bit longer, but it goes into the WAN port of this router. Now, this is my grandmother's old router. She just upgraded, got a new one. This router kicks ass. I can do multi-gig internet on it, which I can't advantage of out here, but it's crazy. It's Netgear Nighthawk RAX 70 something, or I forget. Badass router. Looks like a freaking spaceship. Folds up the antennas like a spaceship. It's a tri-band. It's great. This, eventually I'm going to label everything. This right here, this goes to the server, and it's not even plugged in right now. This one is to the ATA, and this is the access control. I care about the black one. This black cable, because ATA is on battery backup too, by the way. That's why I mentioned that earlier. This is the new thing. This is actually a box to an annunciator. It is a box to, it's actually in there, a Series 300 SafeTech annunciator, willing to do a trade. But I put it in here, brand new annunciator, never been used, I just took it out. So my ATA is actually lockable now. Simplex B key opens this. I don't think that's the key that it's supposed to take, but it works. So we open this box up. This is my Cisco SPA112. It's a dual port router with the Ethernet port. That's how I could have done that. Actually, it would have been a lot better too. Regardless, hindsight's 2020. This is activated with both Protostar on line 1 and soon to be Alarm Link Laboratories on line 2. Line 1 is the line that I use for this. Line 2 is probably just going to have a phone on it, but it might have another system on it, or another 2. I'm not sure. I'm getting a system very soon, and then another system someone's supposed to be sending me at some point. So this is the dialer. So what happens is, this is just a normal, right here, normal RJ11 phone cord. This cord, it's a little backwards from what you would think. That cord runs down here and into, notice I said into, not out of. Cord runs into this RJ11 jack. This is an input, not an output. This is going out from the ATA into this jack. Why did I do this? Well, apparently, and we're going to test that in a minute, I didn't need to. I just found that out today. But this is RJ45, which is a standard Ethernet cable. Now, actually, this is a genuine Firelight cable because I wanted to have one. I think it says on there maybe somewhere. This is just an Ethernet cable, literally an Ethernet cable that I chopped the end off of. I'm not undoing this, but for this cable, it's the red and green one. This one is, I think, blue and white blue or something. Yeah. It's just the middle two conductors. Doesn't matter what color. Are terminated into the red and green here, which are the two wires in this. So it just allows me to quickly be able to unplug this and plug a phone in, or unplug this and move it upstairs to test out another system. I did that actually earlier today. So it's just an input. It's directly this whole thing that goes up through there. This whole thing is directly wired as an input. I need to label everything. So if we go into programming real quick, actually I'm not going to because it's going to take time to exit it. This video is already getting kind of long. So in the programming, it still says Happy New Year, and the date and time's wrong. I'm going to try something out later. That's why I haven't said it. But what was I saying? Oh, in the programming, you go under dialer. There's basically in the dialer settings, the phone number for the central station's put in there. And what happens is when there's an alarm event, so we'll just test out the weather stuff, I guess. I was going to test that. Let's see if this works. If it is, I'm going to be kind of pissed. So we're going to set this off and see if the dialer light flashes. But I have a feeling I'm not going to say anything. Nothing. Let's plug this. Oh, actually, it does work. Let's reset that before the mask goes off. So coming to find out, I technically could have bypassed doing absolutely all of that pretty much and just wired both lines in. But that allows me to have one line for everything, because it never really uses the backup report line unless the Wi-Fi goes out or I unplug this like it is now. If I was to just leave that unhooked, it would do the same thing. That's really the only times that happens, because it shouldn't. If this line fails for whatever reason, it's the same line, so it won't matter if it stays down. But if this line fails a certain amount of times, it will cancel and fail over to this one, and this light will go off and this one will turn on. This line, when it works, whether it be right then or 3 hours from now, will not report to AlarmLink. This reports to Protostar. It's set as a different dialer under the same phone link system. This lets me know that something actually happened, like it lost internet, that there is a bigger issue at play. See, that green light there means central station acknowledged the messages, and the relay turned off, that light's off, and the light's not flashing, so it's hung up. There's something actually happened where the Wi-Fi went out or whatever. It actually happened earlier today because I had all of this ripped up and it was upstairs. And when I plug it back in, it's still trying the backup line because that's what it's supposed to do. It did its reports there, finished, and then the next report, it tried the primary again, and it worked because it was all back. So that's how that all works. That's how I get my stuff out. One of these days I'll have a phone in line with this, so you will actually be able to hear this dialing out. It's going to be really easy to get a phone in line. I've got this jack here. That's, what is it? 3. So one there, another one there, another one there. All spliced into one thing. So I got some uses for this. I'm just too lazy to rewire it and crap. But that's going to go up at some point. But yeah, there's the new board. Video coming on that too. Actually, it's probably going to come out first, so go watch that. And want this on estimated time remaining. Plug the UPS back in. Unmute this. Transformer's not humming. And that's charging back up. Cool. Thanks guys for watching. Just wanted to explain that. I know this is kind of a long video. Probably made it a little longer than it needed to be, but figured y'all like my content, so you don't really get to see this too much. Abintech Systems and Electric is out.